Hey guys and gals, today I want to talk to you about my absolute EDC standard, the knife that I've been carrying now for over a year that has never failed me and has honestly it's just been the knife that I recommend to a lot of people just because it is a great knife, especially for the price. I want to talk to you about the Benchmade Griptillian. This one happens to be the Tanto. Like I said, I know there's lots of videos out there, but this knife has gone through a lot with me, and I want to give it some love here today. Other than just being the size comparison, like it is on always is on all my videos. So let's just take a look at it, and we'll go over it. Standard, drilled through lanyard hole. Personally, this knife I don't use a lanyard on anymore, just because it gets in the way of my grip. Some people might still use it, but personally, it just got in the way for me. A good pocket clip. Personally, this is actually the Parkerized version from Benchmade. This is not the original clip. It normally comes with just a painted black clip. It gets beaten up and chipped. This should wear a little bit better. And like I said, the nice thing about Benchmade, one of the reasons I love them, is their warranty. And they'll replace the pocket clip for free. Literally, I emailed them. I had a confirmation 2 days later saying, hey, we mailed you out a clip. So, yeah, awesome. It is a GTX handles. Let's make sure. It is a textured glass-filled Noril GTX. Whatever all that means, it's a type of plastic. It is not the most expensive feeling material, but I have absolutely no problem with its durability, though. You squeeze it, you can get it to flex, but like I said, this thing is plenty strong for most of the things that you're going to do. I've done just about everything with this knife. Even though it looks nice and shiny and clean, I swear I've used this knife. I always clean it. Has the patented axis lock, which I believe the patent just ran out on, actually. A very strong lock, very fun lock to play with. I got this thing. I was working security at the time, and I would just all frickin' day long. I've never had a spring break. I've never had any problem with the access lock. It's just a great locking mechanism. Good thumb studs on it. I will say I actually really like the thumb studs. They're just about perfect for me. They just provide enough grip that I don't know what it is about it. Good jimping on the top and the bottom. There's, it's the actual metal jimping is recessed in there. But there's good jimping on the GTX is what they call it, and there's a good little run on the blade. Also some right here in the choil, which is an adequate, I would say adequate finger choil if you did have to do a stabbing motion, but again, how often do you really have to do that? Yeah, like I said, it provides a lot of grip, especially with the grip and texture down here. I've never slipped with this knife. The only time I probably wouldn't want to use it is in the winter when it's really cold and you have to use like really thick, heavy gloves. I probably wouldn't want to use it then, but I have other knives that I could use for that. A good blade thickness. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's just about perfect for me. Like I said, this is a Tanto, but if you notice, I've actually rounded this off. I preferred to get a drop point normally. But I went into my Benchmade dealer when I bought this, and just the money was burning a hole in my pocket, so I want a Benchmade Griptillian, and I want one today. So I went in there, and they had one drop point, and the blade centering was off. It had a bunch of blade play, and I was not impressed, and I was still about to buy the knife for $97. I said, okay, well, walk it up to the front desk for me, because, they don't want you walking through the store with basically a $100 knife. And I said, I just got to use the bathroom because it's a 45-minute drive to get home. Well, as I'm going to the bathroom, I walk past this cabinet. Walk past, and it's like, wait a minute, they kind of look like they're full-size Griptillians in there. Well, I go use the bathroom. Turns out it was the clearance cabinet, and they had the Griptillian Tantos. They had 3 of them sitting there, $60 a piece, instead of $97 for a drop point one that would had all these problems, and I would have had to send back already. So I just said, deal, no problem, I'll take this. Didn't matter to me. But I've always preferred more of a curved blade. This doesn't completely do it, but I gotta say I like this better than just a squared off Tanto. The Americanized Tantos are just kind of weird to me. But like I said, with this, it gives it just enough, and it also makes it look a little bit different. I haven't seen too many Griptillians that, that look like this, so hey, maybe it's, a little piece of me put in there. Like I said, absolutely great knife. I've cut wood, cardboard, rope, soda cans, plastic, name it. I've cut absolutely everything with this knife. What can you really say about it? This has been a bestseller. This is basically how did the late Boy Scout put it? This is classic regular Coke. And then the Barrage is cherry Coke. This is, like I said, this is a bestseller. I don't think it's going anywhere, at least not for a very long time. They do now have the upgraded versions with G10 handles. Personally, I think those are a little too pricey for me for what it is. It's G10, and I know it's a upgraded blade steel. Normally this is 154 cm. I think it's 20 CV or something. I'm not familiar with the steel personally. But like I said, it's just too much. I'd rather have just a plain one. Oh, something I almost forgot. It does have stainless steel liners, but it doesn't have full stainless steel liners. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. But they only come down to basically like right here. Then the rest is, just the GTX plastic. It sounds like flat out like it was made by Fisher-Price, the handle. But like I said, this has gone through some abuse, and it's come out perfectly. So I have no problems with the handle. I've had people, oh, this feels cheap. Well, it may feel it, but it is still very durable and definitely worth the money. Alright, now since I normally do the size comparison with this, I brought out a couple of other very standards in the EDC world, something that most people will have, and I started a really cheap one, and I got up to about a $120 knife. So let's just show what we got. The Rat Model 1. The Rat is going to have a longer blade length and longer handle length. No surprise there. But they should be right about 3.5 inches of cutting, at least in cutting edge. Like I said, very good knife. As most of you know, is actually still thinner than the Griptillian, which the Rat isn't thin. But like I said, this thing has just always been known to be chunky, and let's just call it what it is. It's chunky. It's thick in the pocket, but it's so lightweight. In fact, we have it at 3.25 ounces. So it's under the 4-ounce weight limit that a lot of people like to do. So I really don't know why more people don't carry these if they really want to hit that number. Another very good American-made. This is the Kershaw Blur. It's a very, a standard that most people will probably have. This is a 3.37-inch blade, if I'm correct. I know this is a 3.45. So we'll have a little bit longer blade. Looks like it's probably a little bit longer handle, too. Like I said, again, this is very thin, though. This is, again, very chunky, but it doesn't bother me. Like apparently it bothers a lot of people. Last but not least, one of the standards that everyone loves, I mean, just, the Paramilitary 2 is just, it's the Paramilitary 2. It speaks for itself. Personally, I prefer the Griptillian over the Paramilitary, one of those days, sorry. I prefer the Griptillian over the Paramilitary 2 any day, personally. Just because I like to have some tip strength. This thing I always worry about it's going to break. But it should have just about the same blade length. Definitely a longer handle on the Paramilitary, though, obviously. And, it's 2 locks that you can just have fun with, with the axis lock and the compression lock. If I can work this thing. For some reason I'm having problems with it. But, like I said, any day I would take this over the Paramilitary. Alright guys, like I said, I know there's a bunch of videos on this knife. This is nothing new, but I just wanted to give it some love. So thanks for watching. If you could, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. If you have any suggestions for knives for me, please let me know. And as I said in my last video, I actually just recently got engaged. So if I told my girlfriend, or sorry, my fiance, I said that in the last one too. It's a weird change. 4 years, I call her my girlfriend. Now she's my fiance. But I said to her, where's my shiny thing? You get a nice shiny ring. Where's my shiny thing? So she said, all right, I'll buy you a pocket knife. give me some suggestions for a little more expensive pocket knives. I would have told her the ZT-0562, but unfortunately I just bought it. So I guess I'm on the search. I'm on the hunt. I'm looking for like $200 or less. I'm kind of thinking of the new Benchmade Presidio. I just love my Benchmade, so maybe. I don't know. But if you guys do have any suggestions, please let me know. Alright, thanks guys. Take care.